Welcome, fight fans. Bienvenidos to another episode of More Than a Fight podcast, episode number 2. I'm your host, Cesar, and this is
Juan.
Thank you for tuning in. Today's episode, we're going to touch on a couple fights this upcoming weekend, and then I want to touch on the announcement from this morning for September and women's boxing and why it's awesome. Really quick, let's get into what happened this past Saturday because it was a slow week. Here in America, we had the 4th of July and everybody was doing their thing. What did you think of the fight between Opetaia and Breidis?
Breidis. I had never heard of Opetaia, honestly.
Me, you, and me both. Let's just.
I'm glad I know of him now.
Yes,
I watched the
absolutely.
fight. He surprised the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, he boxed beautifully, man. It was awesome.
In my head, I'm like, Brady's got this pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
He went toe to toe with Usyk. That's his only loss, and I mean. Good thing I'm not a gambling man like that, because I would have put money on him. But.
He became undisputed for a reason, so losing to Usyk is nothing to be,
Yeah, but props to Opetaia. He came in, he boxed beautifully. He's a southpaw, quick, has a snappy punch. He very respectful. I mean, Breidis, you can tell he respected him. He was keeping his distance at first.
He caught him very well with a couple punches, man. That straight left, and then that jab. He was doing a great job early in the fight, and I personally had no clue he broke his jaw in the second round. I couldn't tell.
I could tell like in the 10th, 11th round.
Me too. But what I'm saying is I didn't realize it happened that early because you couldn't tell, or at least I wasn't able to tell.
Yeah, post-fight interview, his trainer said second round is when he knew his jaw was broken. And
I thought it happened when Breidis caught him with that beautiful uppercut. I want to say it was the 7th round. He just boom. And he freaking Opetaia's got a chin because he caught him clean and he didn't go down. He was shaken, of course, just like anybody else would be with getting caught like that, especially by somebody like Breidis, who we know has power in both hands. But he took it, man.
No, yeah. So props to him. And after the fight, Breidis acknowledged he got beat and he asked. Yeah,
that was very respectful of him to go to the locker room and show some love. It's always nice to see sportsmanship like that.
Agreed.
And I wouldn't mind seeing it again personally, but I think Opetaia is just going to get better. And Breidis, I hate to say, he's just going to get a little older, no?
Well, that's what they're saying about Triple G and Canelo, so we'll see.
Oh, let's slow
down.
They're
saying, Triple G's too old.
Man, hold on.
I don't agree with it.
You can't compare that.
Why not?
Come on. Okay, Breidis.
Hey,
he did better later in the fight.
Came on.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And obviously, we didn't know why. What if Opetaia's jaw would have been fine? Would he have knocked him out?
No.
Maybe that's why Breidis came on.
Maybe. Whatever it
and
was.
And plus, Triple G's never had his... Well, no, they can't compare it. Never mind.
No, you can't compare it. I'm just saying he got older.
No,
and people saying Canelo only got better and Triple G is old. And
well, Triple G... We'll go into it later, actually, because we're going to talk about September.
Okay.
But no. Let's slow down.
Let's talk about this week. What's going on this week?
Yeah.
Saturday.
No, yeah. Well, the best fight, I think, this week is Magasayo against Rey Vargas.
Yeah.
Magasayo just beat
Gary Russell. And, yeah. Magasayo has struggled previously, but he proved us all wrong against Gary Russell. Gary Russell was looking pretty...
Well, sometimes you just need the right opponent.
He's very inactive, too. That's the problem with Gary Russell.
Absolutely.
He fought more...
What has he fought in like 3 years? He's fought like 3 times?
Yeah, no, it's not enough.
If not, maybe not even 4 times?
For the specialty,
I think it's once a year.
Yeah.
He's like Floyd, but he's not Floyd. That's the thing. It's like, bro, how are you going to fight once a year?
Yeah. That's his little thing, but he's fighting Rey Vargas. Rey Vargas, champion at 122 for a while. He's undefeated. He's tall, very, very...
For the weight?
Long also, and 126, and he's had a few fights there. He's had his warm-ups, and now he's I'm not sure if he's a champion. I forgot, but
no, he is.
He is. Okay, so champion versus champion. Let's go.
But my thing is that's props to Magasayo for going from Gary Russell to then another champion in Rey Vargas. It's like, dang man, that's not an easy back-to-back.
Oh, no.
So you got to give him some props for that.
Good guy.
He's not shying away from it.
Yeah, more fighters should be like
him. Yeah. Then that same day, but earlier in the day because it's going to take place in London at the O2, Derek Chisora against Kubrat Pulev.
Chisora. Well, Chisora and Pulev, they always bring it. So.
Oh, I think it's going to be entertaining. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. I think it's going to be a fight.
And don't forget, it's going to be like 2 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
Pacific. So yeah, we get to watch that comfortably. Then later in the night, we get to watch.
That'll be the
Rey
entertaining one
Vargas.
because we know somebody's going to get knocked out. I don't see that fight going 12 rounds.
No, you're right. They always put on good undercards. A lot of unknown over in Britain.
Well,
There's
us,
a lot of to us, a lot of unknowns, and I like watching them because you see the talent's there.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're starting to, little by
They're
little,
starting to make more noise.
and yeah.
Which is what we need. We need more diversity in boxing. And like we were talking about Opetaia. Now Australia, they got him and they got Kambosos. Obviously he lost the titles, but they still got Kambosos. He made some noise, and let's keep that trend going, man. It's the more the merrier. It's better for boxing.
And then UFC has that area, New Zealand and Australia. They got some champions. My opinion, I know it's a little different. The Volkanovski, in my opinion, is the best pound for pound right now. So,
but no, yeah,
Australia,
a
lot of great
Australia
fighters.
definitely has shown that they can produce fighters. Zach Parker,
Which
the
one?
dude from New Zealand,
What, boxing?
heavyweight.
Tua?
No.
Now?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why can't I think of his name right now?
Yeah, a little brain fart, but yeah, we'll come back to it. Let's go to the next
Sparring
one.
Tyson Fury. Dang it, I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, Joseph Parker.
Parker.
You said it.
Thank you.
Threw me off.
I said Zach. My bad. Joseph Parker. They produced him as well over there.
No, he's
I know
great.
it's not Australia, but it's still that region.
Ocean, yeah.
They're
They do
some
great
good
kick.
fighters,
They've
man.
always been known for kickboxing. They started taking MMA over MMA, and I mean boxing. They're coming up a lot. So.
Yeah, let's do it, man. The more the merrier, like I said. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, no.
Then I just want to shout this out real quick because I need to start tuning in just to show some love to Pro Box TV. They're going to host a fight on that same night in case anybody wants to tune in. It is a fighter who's a little past his prime, and Rey Beltran. He's going to be fighting Cesar Francis. But maybe it's worth checking out.
Yeah, Beltran. I mean, I've always liked Beltran. He's a great boxer. He has pop, and he was Manny Pacquiao's.
He's fought some difficult opponents, man. He's fought the likes of Terrence Crawford, Pedraza.
Yeah.
He's fought some very, very difficult opponents.
Yeah, he's 41.
Champions.
He's 41 now. I mean, not bad. I don't know if Pro Box has done fights before, or is this one of the first ones?
I believe this. Pro Box itself.
Yeah.
They have hosted a couple fights, but on Fridays. So this I
you.
think will be their first Saturday fight.
Okay. Well,
So that's
hopefully
why-
it goes good. That way we get
Yeah.
more boxing also from them.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Cesar Francis, he's Panamanian and relatively unknown, at least to us. I've never seen him fight, but you never know.
But we just talked about Opetaia, yeah.
Opetaia, I remember.
We didn't know him. So.
I remember when Maidana came here and beat Victor Ortiz. That was great. I mean, I like Victor Ortiz. I still do, but I mean, just not knowing who it is, they just come in and take over. He got to retire. He fought Floyd Mayweather twice, so I mean, you never know.
All right. Now let's get into the thick of it, the real stuff that I wanted to touch on, and of course, the big announcement from this morning, from via London, was Clarissa Shields against Savannah Marshall. Same arena, O2 Arena, as we mentioned with Kubrat and Chisora. What do you think of that that main event?
The main event, I mean, they've been talking about it for a while. Savannah Marshall has been calling out Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth.
Clarissa Shields, the GOAT. I mean, as she says, she deserves that title. She's
she's been undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
Yeah, and Savannah Marshall was the only person ever beat her
in the amateurs.
Hey,
let's
still,
make sure we put
she
some
beat
kind of
her.
asterisks next
77 wins, 1 loss.
But I'll give her this. She does have that talking point. I find it hilarious that she continues to point it out because it's like
if you got something, you got to push.
Who was it?
What?
I can't remember. Somebody beat Usyk in the amateurs.
Yeah, Sean Porter.
It was Sean Porter.
Yeah.
But you don't hear Sean Porter going, I beat Usyk in the amateurs.
He should have been doing that. Hell yeah.
Okay.
And he should start doing it now.
But hey, it works. Obviously, we're talking about it, so it works. And more importantly, Savannah Marshall's got some pop. And Clarissa Shields did say she does not plan to trade with Savannah Marshall. She wants to box.
But the thing is, Savannah Marshall is much taller. I'd say like 4 inches. Clarissa Shields was wearing some big heels today.
Oh,
and she
maybe
was
that's
still
what it
not
was.
even close. She was
at
still
the,
like an
press
inch or
conference.
2 shorter. So
No wonder I was like, wait, is she? But now it makes sense.
No,
Okay.
yeah, no. I love, So I mean, maybe Savannah Marshall could keep her outside. You never know.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for that fight. But for me personally, this is just my take. I think the co-main is going to be the better fight. And it's Michaela Mayer against Alicia Baumgartner, which is an excellent fight. Me personally, just for selfish reasons, I wish it would have happened here in Las Vegas. So that way we could go to it, but hey, that's just me.
But it happens, and
no, it's a great. That is an awesome back-to-back.
Yes.
Probably the best we've seen this year,
Well,
or potentially this year.
Two great.
No, I mean on the same card.
Oh yeah, female fights back-to-back in the same card.
But even just fights, because that's champion versus champion in the co-main, and then you got the main with champion versus champion. That's what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more familiar with. I've watched them both, but Michaela Mayer, I followed her a little more. She's Clarissa Shields' Olympic teammate.
Oh, I didn't.
So so that's kind of cool that they're fighting on the same card. Yeah.
And then of course because it's taking place in the UK, so some of the UK fans might know that Baumgartner dethroned Terry Harper, knocked her out on her feet, like she was on her feet, and just the ref stepped in just in time before Shields could do any more damage, and that's how Alicia got her
title.
Her title. Oh, that was her coming out party.
Yeah.
And now she's going to be back in London fighting for a title against none other than Michaela Mayer,
maybe she has
awesome.
Maybe she has some fans over there now.
Oh no, yeah. I think she does it because I think she's fought primarily in the UK.
Really?
I could be wrong.
I'm not sure,
but obviously the Terry Harper fight and actually her previous fight. No, her last two fights were in the UK.
Okay, I did not know that. Also, middle of the week, Wednesday. What would I say it'd be? It'd probably be 3 a.m. It's in Japan.
You're referring to this coming?
No, not this one.
July 15th.
Yeah, July 5th. July 13th.
I'm sorry, July 13th.
So it's going to be Kazuto Ioka versus Doni Nietes. They're fighting in Japan, so Ioka's, home crowd. Nietes actually beat him years back, so it's a rematch. So it was a great fight before. I'm sure they won't disappoint here.
It was taking place at 115 until you told me. Obviously, I need to brush up on more of those champions because the little guys are making a lot of noise, and the more big fights they get, hopefully the more money they can get too, man. Because they deserve it. If you put on great fights, it shouldn't matter what your weight class is. It's a great fight.
Those smaller guys, in my opinion, usually they got to have a little more skill because it's more competitive there, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they got to step it up with the skill level, and they do. I mean, I enjoy watching it.
Yeah. But not to get off the September thing, because that's what I really wanted to point out, because it's great for boxing. When we get months like we did this year already, what was it, in
February, March? I don't know.
March, we had a great month. April, then we had May.
It's been a great year for boxing.
May had a ton of great fights. And then obviously we're continuing this trend with now September.
Mm-hmm.
September 4th, we're going to get Andy Ruiz and King Kong.
I've been waiting for it. I mean, they've been talking about it for a while.
And then you're going to get the 10th. The females are going to take over that weekend, which is awesome. Then we're going to have the 17th with Triple G and Canelo, the trilogy. And then the 23rd, you're going to get Robinson Conceicao against Shakur Stevenson. But let's start from the beginning. Let's go with September 4th. What do you think about that card?
And that's Andy Ruiz, right?
Yes, and King Kong.
Andy Ruiz, for once, he looks serious. I mean,
I was going to say that props to him this time because he's
slimmed down a lot.
He looks like he's ready.
Yeah.
It's not like he did what he did against Anthony Joshua the second time.
But keep in mind, he did. He didn't come in the best shape last night.
Even against Chris Arreola, he did good, right?
Yeah, he did fine, but he was still not slim per se in the best boxing shape possible. This time he seems to have slimmed down a lot, and and I just recently started seeing him post videos and whatnot, so I'm going off that. But Ortiz has only lost once, twice.
Wilder knocked
to Wilder, but both times he's not. I mean,
there's no shame.
Take it how you want, but yeah, he was outboxing Wilder until he got cut. But yeah, only losses to Wilder. And let's see if it happens again or not.
It can. He's a southpaw.
Yeah, no.
His tricky, man.
His boxing skills.
He's a little older, but he's
That's
tricky.
really great.
Yeah, as long as they're heavyweights, as long as you have power, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, September is a great month.
We hit on the women already. Hit the subject.
Why?
No, we're not hitting on them. We hit on the subject.
Let's
and then the week after that one, we got Canelo Triple G, right?
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Canelo,
We'll do another video on that because I don't know if they've announced any undercard fights as of yet.
if they did, I forgot.
But they gotta. I hope they put on some good undercards for that because if you're gonna have Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner as the co-main for the ladies, that's a great card already with just those two fights.
Canelo's gonna bring.
So they better put somebody on that undercard.
Who can Canelo bring? Who's in his team? No one's in his team now.
Well, G's got fighters, Canelo's got fighters. They'll figure something. They better put a decent co-main on.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that there's that pressure now from the 10th. So that's great. Because the weekend before, you're going to have some pressure to put on a good card for the 17th.
I hope you're right.
At least I think.
Freaking Canelo's been putting some shitty ass undercards.
But anyway, we'll touch on all those fights more the closer we get to September. And then I think that's...
Well, we got Shakur and Conceição
the
week after. And
that'll be an awesome fight, too, because thankfully Conceição is going to get another shot at the title.
Well deserved. He almost beat Valdez. In a lot of people's eyes, he beat Valdez, and not your eyes, but my eyes, he did.
Well, no, I felt like it should have been a draw at the very least.
Okay, fair. But
because
he gets his chance, and hopefully, I mean, it's a tough task for Shakur, but he's gonna push. He's longer. He's not scared to trade, which I enjoy. He gets hit, but he keeps coming. But
he has to know he has to go after Shakur for 12 rounds.
But he is an Olympian
because that's what happened with Valdez.
Yeah,
took
you're
his
right.
foot off the pedal.
But Valdez, I mean, height has a little bit to do. Valdez tried to get in, he couldn't. Conceição's a little taller. Maybe he has a little more success doing that. He's a little taller, a little reach, and maybe he gets in there. So
yeah, I mean, yeah. There's still room for maybe they'll announce another fight because they like to put them on the same Saturday.
I hope they announce more. Who knows? That's still early though. We got.
But September's already looking like a great month. We got a lot of fights this month, which we'll touch on some more next week.
Yeah.
But thank you guys very much for tuning in. And what should they do?
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes, please let us know how we're doing. We're still getting this thing rolling. And we got to send a quick shout out to our man behind the camera, John Coughlin. Thank you, sir, for setting everything up. And we'll also get some UFC content here soon, right?
We're working on it. We'll get it done, yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
We'll be there soon. Bye.